Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Redskins. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 56. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Here we go. 46. SOS. March 56. March 56. 26.
Prescott on first down. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Now Joe Mixon looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 21.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Now, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd and 2, Prescott dumps it off to Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
I'm going to run you over. Kill. Check 24. Sponge. No.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Redskins' 12-yard line.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, look small. We got 4 down. Hey,
First carry for Darius Geis. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
easy work. It's coming again.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check. 1, 64. Wait. Off. Hey. 50. 50's the mic. Bring it. Put it right.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
57's the mic. Rock 57. coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go. 57 to Mike, 57 to Mike. Hey, let's get this, get this. That's it. Mike 57. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Mike's 57, 57.
Third down, here's Haskins. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Bang, 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 bang. Watch twist. Watch twist. We're going to 53. Double up.
On the run, it's Mixon. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
25, check 25, check 25. Check, check. Press work. Check it out.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. To throw is Prescott. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gotta do better.
Geis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go, deep, tighten up.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins to Thompson on the screen. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Check 15, check 15. Kill. 26. Kill. We're going to 54. Check 24. Gun. 26.
Here's Prescott. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Bengals.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check the out. Check 4.
Mixon with it. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Jumper. Wide. Get wide. Kill. Check 9. Here we go. Go to 54. Wide.
They toss to Mixon. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season.
Check 26, check 26, check 26. Check hot, bro. Hot, 26.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. 57. Mike 57. They can't hang with us.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
57's the Mike. Check Mike. Check Mike. 57's Mike. Mike 57. I'm on.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Count. 47. We're going to 53.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Right there, 56. Quit talking about it and bring it. Check. We're going to 54, going to 54. Why ain't? We're going to 54. Why ain't? Jam. Got it. I got one. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Flushed out right. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Landon Collins on the coverage.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yo. We're going to 53. Go. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Watch the run. Hey, alert 3. We're going to 53. We're going to 54, going to 54. Why ain't? Go. Get out there. Under. 50. Switch it, hey. 3 buzz.
Mixon. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
In your face. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Double dog. That's the way.
2nd down, Haskins. Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
All day, every day, any day. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. 46. Watch the shift. We're going to 54. 26.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Third and short yardage, Prescott. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 48. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Kill.
Now Prescott. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Switch.
Mixon with a first down carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 298. Here we go, 47. Watch the 56. Watch twist. Watch twist.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Open man is Uzomah. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here we go. 480. 56. Blue down. Safe. Here we go. Going to 54. 180. Here we go. Going to 54. 180. No. 26.
On first down, Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Push him back. Watch out. Then we're going to 53. 26.
Prescott down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Alert 3. There we go. Kill.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Bullock's kick is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Redskins'
back now at FedEx Field. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth.
Here we go. Watch the safety creep. Then we're going to 53. Right there in the middle, 55. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Once again, they run with Mixon, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On third down, it's Prescott. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still three-score game, though, fourth quarter. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Rush in.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first down, it's Haskins. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Watch 7. Let's go, Mike. 50. Mike.
To try again after the sack. Haskins under pressure again, and down he goes again.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Watch 57. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Throwing on third and long. Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Sean Williams. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. 57 to Mike.
After the sack on first down, Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. No gain on this defense. No gain.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. Throw caught here by Bird. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Redskins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. In for the score. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 56 to Mike. Go, get out there, get out there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Mike's 56. There we go, kill. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. I got it. Then we're going to 53.
Prescott on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Here we go, 47. 51, Mike. Mike, 51. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Swear, hey. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Why?
Well, Prescott here to throw, but he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
On 3rd down, Nixon fights through, and now a crease. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. guys like you and me, all the media are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
Mike 50. You're not ready. You're not ready. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, defense.
From the gun, it's Haskins. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
On first down, Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Rip right. 54.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Mike's 5-4. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Switch up. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, let's get in them holes. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to win this football game.
Here we go. Line in. Check 56. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line in. 26.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.